A new theatre project is exploring the idea of immigrants disorientating routes to the UK in an Arts Council-funded project. Rebirth is a dance work which retraces British-Vietnamese choreographer Dam Van Huynn's personal experience of rediscovery to explore universal themes of displacement. Dam describes himself as a queer Vietnamese artist looking to oppose Asian stereotypes of being quiet and internal, and then empower others and encourage them to speak up against that. Well, let's hear from him.
I think for me, the central point was really, well, the seedling was really a reflection on myself and my personal journey as a refugee from the Vietnam War. But I guess in essence, it's really not a piece about immigration or refugees per se, in terms of that narrative scope of a story per se, but really is just a reflection on a kind of ongoing issue that's repeatedly happening in our society over and over. So for me, it was really just capturing the essence, drawing from my own personal experience, the idea of displacement, how that's impacted me and my life, but also as a universal theme. And really, that's why you can see the artists on stage are very diverse, and really it was about framing the notion of other stories that are happening that could be quite similar. And it's very easy for anyone to conceive, even this modern times, things such as the Ukraine war, it's continually happening. But fundamentally, it's really an empowering piece, looking at how these journeys have impacted me, but how I've overcome as a result of it, but also to encourage other minority groups who are going to similar experiences to raise their voices in society so we can have these discussions. You've got dance, which is obviously physical in nature and in essence abstract, but also for me the process was really looking at a collage of drawing in quotes and text from famous writers and activists and poets and people who essentially have come before me talking about a very important social issue. For me, I created the work from an almost very childlike state, because I was a refugee when I was quite young. I was only 6 or 7, but for me it was very disorientating. It wasn't real, but it was very real, and so for me the collages of images and ideas were a little bit distorted, the sounds are a bit distorted, the visual is a bit distorted, and then I guess the journey, if there were a story or a forward motion for me, is this sense of a tumbleweed motion, as if someone's put me through the wash and the dryer, and that it slowly starts to become clear towards the end for me to, as I empower myself to find myself in society, as I empower myself to find my voice in society, the messages and the notion of both what's happened to me, but reflecting on feeling a sense of unity and how it happens to other people currently and previously, and that I get a sense of clarity on how I can move forward. For me, the work is a positive look at how we can look at the sense of refugee, not in a negative way, but that these community groups come with their own sense of culture and the richness that can contribute to our society rather than a detrimental act to our society.
There you go, that's Rebirth. That's on the 14th of November at The Place, a theatre in Euston.